What's going on, everybody? It's going for the latest news, and if you're new here, make sure you like, share, comment, subscribe. We're gonna get into Monday Night Raw, 5/13/24. We started the night off with Drew McIntyre and the champion Damian Priest, who both cut hella promos on each other, but I feel like Damian Priest got the best of Drew McIntyre, but it was both back and forth actually between guys. Nice promo in the beginning of the night. Raw was a decent show, man. We seen the return of Lillian Garcia, the legend ring announcer, introduced by Samantha Irvin. It was great to see Lillian Garcia there that night. She gave Samantha Irvin her big ups, for doing her thing. So shout out to both women. She called the next opponents for the match, which was Kofi Kingston and Gunther, who also had a decent match. Well, we already knew Gunther was gonna come out on top of that match. I know, we had Kofi backstage with Xavier Woods, and he ran into like Karrion Kross, so I don't know what that's all about, but I guess we'll find out as the weeks goes on. It'll probably be like maybe a feud between, AOP and the Judgment Day at some point maybe. I don't know if they hadn't had Kofi possibly joining them. I don't see that happening. I definitely see like some type of feud happening. Also, Chad Gable was pretty much on Otis and Cesaro behind that whole night, which they had matches. Cesaro was going against Big Boss and Reed, and Otis was going against Sami Zayn, and both those matches were squash matches, both 5 minutes apiece. I mean, it was pretty much set up for them to lose. So I don't know what Chad gonna end up doing with this his academy team or whatever. Maybe he'll end up dishing them out, or I see him. He's a better fit with the the Creed brothers, yeah, and Ivy now. Yeah, I could see them working out at some point down the line, possibly maybe, because that's just them two guys is a better fit for them, and they not really doing much of nothing with each other anyway as a team. They lost the match, the triple threat tag match between Judgment Day and the New Republic. So I mean, they don't really have much going on. Really no opportunities coming up for them. So why not just have them join up with Chad Gable and do something with them as far as with the as a heel turn, because you guys not really doing anything. So why not just have them do something that would change the landscape, which I feel like they're gonna eventually end up doing at somewhere down the line. It seems like, but overall, like I like what they were doing with Chad Gable with the heel turn. I believe somewhere down the line he's definitely gonna beat Sami Zayn, but I didn't like everybody else was wondering. I understand them adding Big Boss and Reed to the mix. It kind of did water things down a little bit, adding Bronson to it. But hey, we just gotta let it play out. We don't know what's gonna happen from there. I believe Sami Zayn gonna win the match, but who's to say that Chad Gable is still not gonna let off on Sami Zayn and possibly attack him again after the match after he end up winning or whatever. So they still got time to build around it, which I feel like they will, probably leading up into SummerSlam maybe. Also, we still getting these little Uncle Howdy codes and clues, like the code. Somebody on Twitter had debunked a couple of them codes. One that stuck out was it was a date, which is the same date as the Queen and King in the Ring show. So I'm also speculating that Uncle Howdy and the new Wyatt Six is going to make an appearance on the King of the Ring and Queen pay-per-view. So I don't know, man. I was expecting to see them at the last pay-per-view in France, Backlash, but they didn't show up there. But I guess they playing it well with the Easter eggs, But like, yeah, that was the thing that stuck out. There was a couple of things that stuck out, but it's once you scan the codes, it definitely tell you what you need to know. I know I was with one of my boys, and we was watching a Backlash pay per view, and yeah, he had paused it and scanned the code, and it was a lot of weird stuff, audio, I believe, and something like that, or some wording, something that we just couldn't figure out. But we all know what it's leading up to. Uncle Howdy is definitely on his way to the, aka Bo Dallas. I'm Bray Wyatt's brother, R.P. Bray Wyatt, man. Such a young talent going so soon, but his brother's gonna definitely. Hopefully, they don't drop the ball with it though. He gonna live out the rest of his legacy. They can't do all of this and then drop the ball with this. Now, who the Wyatt Six is gonna run in on or try to feud with, that's still up in the air. They could just be a group that just on the tear, just tearing everybody up. You know what I mean? Ain't really gotta be a specific group or whatever, but I'm pretty sure it's gonna be some type of specific group, probably the Pride, Bobby Lashley, and Street Profits, or a good one would be the Cameron Cross and AOP. I forgot the name of their fashion, but yeah, they that would be a good one too, and it would give Cameron Cross and AOP something to do, because they haven't really been doing much of anything with them. So what was the point of bringing AOP and all of them together just for y'all to do the same thing with Cameron Cross, not giving him no TV time, or just give him like 2-3 minutes TV time? It's like the same thing all over again when he was a singles competitor. So it's just like, I don't know what they doing with Cross. I mean, hopefully, they do something with him, because Cross is talented. He's a talented guy. He got the mic skills. He got the charisma. He's talented. It's there, but it's just like now it's just like, I don't know what they doing with Cameron Cross, man. And now they got AOP in the fold. They've been doing nothing with AOP years ago, and it's looking the same way all over again for them as well. So I don't know how far they gonna go with that, but yeah. But as far as like Monday Night Raw, it was a decent show. Valkyria, I think what was it? Valkyria had a match with Joey Styles. Shayna Baszler had a match with EO. You know what I mean? We already knew pretty much what the outcome was gonna be as far as those matches. Becky Lynch had to run in. It was whatever. It was alright. You know what I mean? But it was just overall. Besides that, highlight of the night was Jey Uso versus Liliana Dragunov. But I ain't gonna lie, the finish kind of shocked me too, because like everybody else, I swore I thought Liliana Dragunov was gonna win that match, man. I'm not gonna say I was hoping. Well, yeah, I was definitely hoping, because the hype with him and Gunther in they past matches was. But I never even watched the match, but from what everybody was saying, they put up a hell of a match and they got hella history, and they do for another one-off. But they probably definitely saving it for a more special time, maybe to do it between Liliana Dragunov and Gunther, maybe SummerSlam, maybe have them have the rematch, get back on each other, because Jay winning shocked me. I mean, I know he go against Gunther in the next round, and I don't see Gunther losing that match with some but JD and I believe Solo Monster or BC Amplified. One of those guys made a valid point on, if Jey Uso was to win, then you got the SmackDown side. You got Tama Tonga on one end. I forgot who he's facing in this next round, but and then you got LA. I think it's LA Knight, I believe, and then you also got I forgot who else is in the finals over there. But I think they in the corner. I think LA Knight and Tama Tonga's. No, Randy Orton is in there too still. Randy Orton is. I forgot who Randy Orton is facing, but yeah. That they made a valid point as far as having Jey Uso cross paths with his cousin Tama Tonga, and possibly restarting that feud between the new bloodline and old bloodline. But they probably gonna wait on that as well. I don't know if they gonna go with that. I mean, I wouldn't be mad if they go with that. Because I mean, that's like the Bloodline storyline is like one of the biggest storylines on the TV right now. So, but I think they're gonna wait for that. At least until Jimmy come back from his little I believe it's a kayfabe injury. I don't think he's really hurt, but I think he's just taking some time off or whatever. But yeah, I like where they going with things. You know, King of the Ring tournament is cool. I just be, no offense. I'd be glad when this whole tournament thing's over. I'm not, like everybody else, I'm a big fan of the tournament thing. But I get the King of the Ring thing was always a big thing years back. So I mean, I'm glad that it's back or whatever. But I just be glad when it all come to fruition and it just go back to regular scheduling or whatever. Because it's just like I don't know what to expect as far as this thing here. But it's looking real predictable. It look like Gunther's gonna end up winning this thing here. If them other things don't end up happening, Tomatonga coming on top. I feel like Randy Orton gonna come out on top on the SmackDown side, but I heard he was, I think BC, one of them said that he was selling an injury, so Gunther pick off on injury, so ain't no telling what's gonna happen there if that match take about. But yeah, you guys let me know what y'all thought about Monday Night Raw, that if y'all seen it. Leave a comment and share the video, and I appreciate you guys. You have a good day.